Chapter 12. Naughty Children. Harry, Joyce and John lived in Mayur apartments. They were best friends and always lived together. The building had 11 floors. More than 100 people lived in the building. There was no place to play except for the staircase. Joyce did not like the staircase. It was dark and dirty. But Harry said, "It's the best place to play. Come, I'll show you how to have fun." The children took the lift to the top floor. There Harry whispered, "Come on, get busy." "Everybody ring a bell and run." "Ring a bell?" asked Joyce. "What for?" "To see the fun," Harry replied. "Come on." He pushed her towards the stairs. "Start running, or they'll catch you." They pressed the doorbells of 3 flats and ran down the stairs. 6 floors below, they stopped to listen to the uproar of angry voices. "What's going on here?" said one person. "Who rang the bell?" shouted another. "Wait till I catch you," one voice said. "Wait till I catch you," John repeated. "This is the best game I have ever played." Harry said, "Come on, let us do it again." The children did it again and again. For 1 week they never got caught. Then one day, they rang the bell of a flat on the 6th floor. Suddenly, the door opened and an old man stood in front of them. "What do you think this is?" he asked quietly. "Fun?" Joyce stared at him. Her heart raced. She turned and ran down the stairs with John and Harry close behind. Harry slipped and hit his leg against the railing. "Oh, my leg, my leg!" Harry cried out with pain. "Come on, get up, Harry," John pleaded. "I can hear footsteps. The old man is coming down." "You run," Harry moaned. "I can't move." "We aren't leaving you," said Joyce. But she felt scared when she heard footsteps. She looked up at the old man fearfully. He stood shaking his head as he muttered, "You naughty children. Running down the steps like this. You could have killed yourselves." Then he bent over Harry and felt his leg. "It's all right," he said gently. "No bones broken. Just a cut. Come with me, I'll bandage it." The children followed the old man to his flat. "Come in, children," he said. "I am Nirupam Das. We are very sorry, sir." All the 3 children spoke together. "Well, that's all right, kids, now that you know you were doing something wrong," said Mr. Nirupam Das. He started bandaging Harry's leg. "Let's be friends. Call me Neeru uncle," said Neeru uncle and smiled. "There's no place for us to play, Neeru uncle," Joyce said. Neeru uncle patted her cheek. "I have an idea. Since I live alone, I have a spare room. We can form a kids' club in it. Then all you kids can meet here and do whatever you like. Except mischief," Neeru uncle said with a twinkle in his eye. "New words." "Whisper." To speak in a very low tone muttered. To murmur. Uproar. A great disturbance and noise spare. A small part. Twinkle. To sparkle. Understanding the lesson. A. State the following sentences are true or false. 1. Joyce liked the staircase to play. 2. The children never got caught for 1 week. 3. Joyce looked up at the old man fearfully. 4. There was a fracture in Harry's leg. B. Put a tick on the correct option. 1. The children took the lift to the A. 7th floor. B. 3rd floor. C. 10th floor. D. Top floor. 2. They pressed the doorbells of flats and ran down the stairs. A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. D. 5. 3. Who hit her leg against the railing? A. Joyce. B. Harry. C. John. D. All of them. 4. Neeru uncle promised the children to form A. Tuition class. B. Boys club. C. Kids club. D. Nature club. C. Answer the following questions. 1. Where did the three friends live? 2. Why did Joyce not like the staircase? 3. What did the old man mutter? 4. What an idea did Mr. Nirupam Das give to the children? Vocabulary zone. Rearrange the jumbled letters to form the names of fruits. 1. This fruit is red. 2. This fruit is very big. 3. This fruit is called the king of fruits. 4. This fruit has the name of its color. 5. These are yellow and very sour. 6. Monkeys love these. Write well. Have you ever tried to please anyone? Was it easy or difficult? Write a few lines about the incident to your friend. My dear, I hope you are well. I am writing to tell you of an interesting incident that happened yesterday. I learnt. Your grammar fun. Read the following sentences. Should, shouldn't. 1. You shouldn't throw pieces of paper on the floor. 2. You should throw them in the dustbin. Should is used to say that some action is the correct thing to do. Shouldn't is used to say that some action is wrong to do. Fill in the blanks with should or shouldn't. 1. You always speak the truth. 2. We make fun of others. 3. Everyone leave the bathroom clean and dry. 4. You walk in the rain. You'll catch cold. 5. No one talk loudly in the library. 6. You bang the door shut. Listening time. Listen to a poem and fill in the blanks. Children born of fairy stock never need for shirt or never want for food or always get their heart's desire. Jingle pockets full of marry when they're 7 years old. Every fairy may keep 2 strong ponies and 10 all have each his own built of brick or granite. They live on cherries, they run wild. I'd love to be a fairies. Speak well. Read these lines from the poem Don't by Michael Rosen and answer the questions that follow by speaking aloud. Don't do, don't do, don't do that. Don't pull faces. Don't tease the cat. Don't pick your ears, don't be rude at school. Who do they think I am? Some kind of fool? 1. What should the person not do? 2. What are the things that you are often told not to do? The sun. Don't you think the sun is bright? I wonder where it goes at night. Does it sleep or does it hide? Or is the moon its other side? Does it hide behind the hills late at night as outside chills? Do you think it needs to rest from all that warming it does best? Could it even have a home? Maybe in London or even in Rome? Or does it just float around, moving slowly from town to town? Yes, I think it must do that. After all, the earth's not flat. So the sun goes round and round, spreading sunshine on the ground. New words. Wonder. Want to know. Chills. Becomes cold. Earths. A way of saying earth is. Poetry appreciation. A. Answer the following questions. 1. What does the speaker think the sun does? 2. How is the speaker sure of it? B. Which of these things is the speaker sure of? How can you say? 1. The sun hides at night. 2. The sun gives heat and light. 3. The sun has a home. 4. The earth is flat. C. Share your answers to these questions with the whole class. 1. Is the moon the other side of the sun? How do you know? 2. Do you think the earth is round? What makes you so sure? 3. What happens to the sun in the evening and at night? Why do you think so? 4. Does the sun really go round and round? What makes you think so? D. Listen to this poem and repeat the lines. Clouds. White sheep on a blue hill. When the wind stops, you stand still. When the wind blows, you run away slow. White sheep, where do you go? Christina Rossetti.